We are situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the New York Jets.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. We're outside. Mike 5. It's a party now. It's a party now.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's
used to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Darnold, caught here by Bell. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Watch 89. Watch it. Red 80. Watch the run. Watch the run. Finds the mic. Finds the mic.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
That's it, baby. We go work.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf. Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check 99. Check 9.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Hines. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 14 yards is the pickup, 1st down, New Orleans. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. The linebacker C.J. Mosley in on the stop.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a give, right side. Hines. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Here we go. 60-yard.
Here's Ambrose. From the gun, he'll throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And the Saints signal for another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Here we go, set.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Get him! Find the mic! Find the mic! Hey, D-Line, touch!
On 2nd and 9, Darnold into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Saints.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
53, Mike, 53. Right here, right here.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 18 Gator. 53, Mike. Get it.
Here's Hines. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now a give, right side. Hines. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Nyheim Hines. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Yo, 80. Check Mike. Mike 5.
Now it's Darnold. That'll be taken in by Anderson. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Now a first down carry by Bell. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Bell. And here now a spin. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Five. Five's the mic. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Hey, orbit. Young lady.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
Extra point try good by Gano, and that'll make our score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
60 Pittsburgh. No game on this defense, no game.
They'll run here with Pumphrey. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. On third down, it's Hines. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Hines. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle. Now a give, right side. It's Hines. And he coughed it up.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On third down, Hines. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
A 52-yard attempt.
And Lutz's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talking about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. A first down throw, Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch 8-9, watch 8-9, it's yours. Tight end to the right, boy, tight end to the right. Hey, wahoo!
Here's Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
It's just me and
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
Let's go, boys, let's go. Ready, set.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they want to make sure they load him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Here comes the boom. Here we go. 60 outlaw. 53, Mike.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 23. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. A 1st down run for Bell, not going to get much, maybe a couple, and it's 2nd down. Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the pass.
Here's Darnold. He's got Smith here. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one a first down pickup of 8. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hey, high 7.
Darnold from the gun. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team is playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch the shift. 61, matchbox lights. Check 24. Watch the edge. Oh, lady. Fires the mic. Fires the mic. Oh, lady. It's getting it home.
Now a draw play. This is Bell. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop him, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
27 yards there, a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They run with Pumphrey. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Come on, 80 weapons.
Now a give, right side. It's Hines. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. He's checking. Crash. Check. Protein spill. Check. 53's Mike. Watch the curls. Mike, 53. 50 down.
They run again with Hines. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Consecutive gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards brings up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying and carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Darnold down to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Let's go now. 15, line it. 15, line. 6, pull it.
On 1st down, Hines. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. On 3rd down, he'll drop and throw. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Twisting away. That's complete. It's Bell. No gain, and it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Jets on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Darnold. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Go!
Mike 5.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Finds the mic. Watch the run. They're running there.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah,
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then against the...
Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Gallup, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if I would kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Hey, Haywood!
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Man, Eddie. Mike,
Darnold. And able to connect with Berrios. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Strong left. Strong left.
Back to throw, Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Bell. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Fires the mic. Fires the mic.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. Got a man, it's Berrios complete. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Mike 5. He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
Bravo!
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Mike 5. Mike 5.
Hey, Delta!
Yo. Fires the mic. Fires the mic. Here we go. Here we go.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
It's a gain of 35.
Ready? 30 base.
53. Mike.
Topper! Mike!
They'll try to run with Hines. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 28-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's good for the Jets. First down.
On first down, it's Darnold. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On first and 10, Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And he's got this down to the 35. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Darnold going to lead the offense up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run on first down. It's Bell, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. On second and 11 now. Darnold. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love it. And that's caught inside the 30. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. Going to throw deep for the end. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Lutz to try to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
43, Jets 10.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken at his 4.
We got this.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey,